Do you live your life muted? Do you feel like you're not quite all there? Do you feel like you're at only 70%? Watch this patient who snores, who can't sleep, in tons of pain get better. I think you'll like the video. Hi, Dr. Ace there, SoCal Chiropractic, where we strive to elevate your knowledge about how single, effective neck adjustments can change your life forever. Remember, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, in this video, we're gonna give you a full X-ray report. You guys love that kind of stuff. Remember, we have timestamps of adjustments and results. Plus, remember, this is part 2, so we have part 1 and part 3 listed in the description below. I hope you guys watch them all. Love you guys. See you guys next time. Hi, this is Dr. Thayer. I'm with Craig. This is his, he's 4 adjustments in. It'll be a 5th adjustment today. This is Wednesday. The last video was on Monday. He's made some changes, and so we're going to show him his X-rays today because I've been doing this for you guys because you guys all like my video discussion. So we'll see how this works for a while. Craig, so give us the overview of how you're feeling. I'll ask some questions along the way. But so what's going on in the last couple of days?
Overall, the sleeping's definitely improved. Sleeping through the night.
How much was that an issue before?
I would only sleep maybe 3-4 hours at most at a time.
Okay, and tell us about the 70% thing you just said.
So I felt like I was recharging at night, but after the last couple nights, I realized I've only been 70% recharged as compared to, I took a nap yesterday after the adjustment, and I woke up, I felt awesome. Just real relaxed. I spent the rest of the day being busy and enjoying life.
Yeah, and I wanted to put that out because it was interesting how you put that 70%. You guys out there are all looking at my videos going, oh my God, how does he help so many people? You guys become indoctrinated, institutionalized by your pain. You don't even realize you're having poor sleep. You don't realize how much pain you're in. And when I adjust you, I return the body back to normality, which gives somebody like this guy now instead of 70% recharge, 100% recharge. And so I love how he put that because it's just you kind of mute your percentage of how you feel in life. And so you go around at 70%, 60%, 50%, 80%. It's not 100. It has 100 feel.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, so it just interested me to put it. I loved how he put that. So what else is going on? How about pain?
Pain's definitely reduced. In the real problem area, it's maybe 15-20%. Otherwise,
50% better or 50% of what it was?
It's 15-20% better.
Gotcha. Good.
And the low back pain is definitely reduced correspondingly. I can walk without problem. My stride has changed. My foot feels more solid on the ground.
Tell us about this. You told me it's funny. He said, we do laps from the building. You guys know this from watching my other videos. We do laps from the building. He said yesterday you felt so giddy. What did you want to do?
I was so elated after the adjustment and a surge of energy. I wanted to run. I used to run track and field and haven't done that in
Why
years.
have you stopped running over the years?
Pain, discomfort, just flexibility and balance.
And this is only his 2nd day, guys. He wanted to run. This is the beginning of his 3rd day.
Yeah.
How many chiropractors you been to? 75? 150?
14, 15 that are in my phone directory.
And so is this a little bit different experience so far?
Oh yeah, the adjustment yesterday, out of any neck adjustment I've had in 18 years, was the deepest, most intense, and I got the most benefit from it.
Cool.
It's also the snoring.
Oh, snoring, yeah. His wife says he's a snorer. He goes, I never knew I snored! So what did she say about snoring?
So in the past couple days, snoring's been reduced at night 50%.
Yeah. And so he takes notes and all this stuff, so this is all documented. Maybe I'll even put some of these documents. You can send me some of these information because he types it all out. So I'll shove some of that stuff in there, and so you can see how he progressed, which would be interesting for you guys to see that. Anxiety. Do you notice any difference in anxiety?
I'm just more calm, more positive.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Tell us about the poops. Poopsies.
History of
Poopsies. That's constipation, guys.
History of gastric problems. Definitely going regular.
Yeah. And you said the other day, just after the 2nd adjustment, I think, you said you came in, you wrote the stuff and you're like, pain, I have pain here, blah, 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 blah. But you're like, I pooped solid, right?
Twice waking up and then 3 hours later.
Yeah, but solid, not like a blowout like he says it used to be or like it regularly is. And okay, tell us about your intestinal problems you had over the years. I'm sorry to embarrass you, but I mean, people have poopsies problems out there all the time.
Yeah, I have eosinophilic gastroenteritis. It's
Big
can
name.
be variable output.
Exactly. And so,
it's been,
is this different?
Oh, definitely different. I felt like after the one adjustment, my esophagus.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
I felt like it was where reflux is from bottom up. This was top down. It felt more like my face flushing, but in my esophagus, I just felt like the signals were getting through, and
just amazing things coming out of this guy. I'm so stoked for him. I mean, people travel over to see me, and they believe, they want to believe, they see all my videos, but I'm here to tell you that it works, and he's a testament to that. I love helping people, and this is fun. My job is great because not only do I help people, but I watch people get excited about getting excited and about getting better, and so I'm just happy to be around while this is happening. So thanks for that. Thanks for doing the video. Anything else you want to add?
not right now. I'm curious about the X-rays.
He's like this over because the X-rays right behind you guys. He's like this. He's like, I'm like, stop looking at the X-rays. We'll look at them in a second. So, anyways, stand over there, sir. Move over here, and I'll come right in front of you here. Okay. So just move. Yeah, good. Okay. Wow. So here is your spine. Okay. So let me talk about how I look at it, and you can ask any questions at the end. Okay. So this line right here, pink line right here, is the center of mass of your body. That's kind of the center of everything, right? Mm-hmm. And so I look at balance. So this is what I derive everything off of. So next I look at where does the head fall compared to the center of balance. You can see it falls right. It's right of center. It's right 3.7 millimeters. And so that is your first leverage point that creates the torque and the leverage in your body, okay? This head is falling to the right. You can also see your right shoulder is excessively lower. This is 3 millimeters. This should be more like 2 or 3. So there's a lot of tension in your body to create this. And this is probably coming from this exaggeration of this 14-degree scoliosis pattern here. So you can see he has pressure here, extra pressure, guys, but this is not the cause of his problem. This is a symptom, not a symptom. This is a weakness of the body. This weakness is exploited by this leverage problem. So this leverage problem exacerbates this. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to you a little bit? Okay. So yes, it's a problem, but it's not the problem. Because if it was the problem, I would have had to fix it to make him feel this good. He's had 14, 16 doctors that try to do this and nowhere. We're working on his balance, guys. So you guys can tell me all day long that this is important. It's slightly important, but it's not the most important thing. You can even see a little bit of arthritis right here in the spine. That little white uncinate right there is arthritic. And so there's definitely damage going on here. This arrow right here is his TMJ, so you see how there's less space here, more space here, so his jaw is shifted to the right also. Any questions about this view?
Could be related to the old car accidents I had.
Absolutely, all could be related. But generally, if I forgot all that accident stuff. So he had broken his jaw, he had broken some teeth in here, all this stuff. And if it was the accident, there'd be more damage here, so I don't see that as much. This definitely could, this shoulder, because this is way out of whack here. And this is a little bit more than it should be. This 7 is I've seen lots of times. This 13 I've seen, but this is a little odd. So I think this is probably from the accident more than anything. Okay, even though you got hit in the head. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now low back, constipation. This is gallbladder. Do you have a gallbladder removed?
Yes.
Yeah. So here's some staples from the gallbladder still there. Right leg is 2 millimeters shorter than the left. A little 5 millimeter pelvic rotation here. These are pretty much negligible, not a big deal. You can see this little curve to his spine. Low back, there's also some calcification of these rib heads in here. I didn't even make a mark here. So you can see how this right here is calcifying. Those are just symptoms of long-standing postural issues that are starting to wear down the body, and the body is just reflecting that. Okay, any question on this view?
No.
Okay, side view. Again, more constipation. Not the worst I've ever seen, by the way. I've seen a lot worse. So, but you can definitely see constipation. This is all gas. I point this out not because it's just something I need to point out. It's something that is associated with the spine, because I've adjusted his spine and he's actually going to the bathroom better. Why? Because the nerves that come out back here, they're opening up. They're deleveraging. So the body is just working the way it's supposed to work. Okay? Here's more staples right here. Okay. Now neck. This is where I think all the problems are, and I'll show you what I see here. This neck should be shaped like this curve right here, and you see it's not. So right here is where the real damage is, C2, C3. We call it a reverse cervical curve. Generally it happens lower, but for some reason it's happening higher on him. Because of this, there's a thing called an axis of rotation. The posture is bounced through these bones right here. So because this posture is the way it is, these bones splay out, push away, pushing on this atlas. I say this on my videos all the time. And let's do this on. There we go. So see this bottom here? This is the atlas blown up. That's all worn away because it's ground away from there. And you hear that as sandpaper. We talked about that before, right? And so this bone is wearing out. Why? And it's actually growing a little bone on the outside here because there's so much pressure shoving that up that it wears it out. And that is important because the brainstem fits right here. And so every time you do this, you hit that thing, it bounces up and down and it wears you out. So you end up compensating by having poor posture so you don't push on that. Does that make sense, sort of? Yeah, good. So because of long-standing problems, here's arthritis building up in his neck right here. Arthritis, arthritis. No arthritis here, no arthritis here, but definitely right here and right there. And then lastly, the big clincher here is this. See the hook on the back here?
Oh.
Gotcha. It's like a shark tooth, right?
Yeah.
Why is that there? That's there because of, again, postural issues that have been sustained for long periods of time. So bone is actually starting to grow into this muscle. Why? Because it's trying to learn how to create leverage to decrease the pressure on your muscles in your neck.
Wow.
Okay, and now lastly, you're gonna like this. I just saw this just now. I didn't see this till just a second. You also have bone growth in the muscle right here. See right there. So bone is actually growing inside the muscle too. So this up here is a muscle that goes all the way down to your shoulders here. And so right here is, it's called, we don't call it a sesamoid bone because it's not, but it's acting like a sesamoid bone, which is, again, growing bone inside the muscle to create extra leverage. The body has it all over, the body creates these things all over the place. The kneecap, the patella, is actually a sesamoid bone that creates a mechanical advantage. And so it's interesting, that's kind of where your pain is.
That C6 pain.
Now, this is not causing your pain, this is just a leverage point that's out of control. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Any questions about any of those?
No, I look forward to the rest of the 2 weeks.
Gotcha. And so, one last thing, how many of those 16 chiropractors that you went to talked about x-rays at all to you? You only had 25% take them, but did you ever learn anything like this from them?
Not in this detail. I knew my neck was straighter, but not in the area that you said that needed
Gotcha.
work.
And so, one last thing, guys, I wanted to point out is that he came in from across the country to see me. His neck is not as bad as he thinks it is. I thought it'd be worse too by all his symptoms. He's totally workable. This is way better than I thought it was going to be. So even though I point all this stuff out, much more workable than I even imagined because of the symptoms you came in with. I thought it was going to be much worse. Okay?
No, that's good to hear.
Good. Let's go back to the room. Get you adjusted now. So go ahead and lay on the table, please. Scoot you out of time.
It's tight on the left.
All right. And the whole time, this guy's been asking me, begging me, can you adjust my lower neck? I see this on the video. And I've done the same thing every time. Mid-neck, guys, mid-neck. He doesn't cry like a baby like that, but that's just the way I interpret it when people whine to me. Sorry. Okay. Good. There you go, Sue. There you go. There you go. Good. A little deeper, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Good. Yeah, I'm going even a little harder now. Good.
Feels good.
Yeah. He was telling me a story about his first chiropractor, how his first chiropractor liked him to adjust him hard, and he adjusted all his other patients hard. You can't adjust everybody the way you adjust Craig. I mean, you guys won't understand that story, but I think it's funny. Good. Good right there. Good. Nice.
Oh,
What do you think of that, dude?
just totally relaxing.
You thought yesterday was good. I think that was even better than yesterday.
awesome. And just feeling that motion in there. Wow.
So freaking deep. That even loosened up more. Again, good sleep, good rest, feeling better begets better adjustments. So that was awesome, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching so far. Day 3, first adjustment of the day. We're gonna adjust again this afternoon, and we'll get a makeup video probably this Friday or next week. Thanks for watching, guys.